everybody, and welcome back to week 2 of The Missing. That's what I was calling it. Yes, I remembered. Joining us, as well as all the players who were in the last session, is my good old college buddy Jared. Hello, Jared.
Why, hello there.
So yes, we'll be introducing Jared's character around the same time we introduce Meyer's new character. And of course, for those of you who, for whatever reason, decide to skip episode 1, the other people joining us are my old buddy Graham, aka Morath, Belial, Meyer, and Winter.
Yay.
Hi.
Hello.
When last we left the survivors, let's see here. Meyer, your character is dead. And by the way,
Yes.
everyone post your character names in the shit-shooting gallery so I have a list of them. So yes, Meyer was dead. Winter, your character, had her neck torn open by a Zambambo. Graham,
There you go.
you had Dave. Rami had been had her neck torn mostly out. Priscilla was fine. She's like the only character who is fine at this point. Okay, Meyer's dead, and then
For the third time now.
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just writing down the list as they are posted into the chat. Priscilla again.
Every one of Meyer's characters are dead.
Graham, what's your name in the chat?
It's on the character sheet, which is not open at the moment.
Oh,
I'm
see.
gonna have it in a minute.
So Leprechaun,
Doctor.
Dr. Leprechaun was bitten quite badly.
No, actually, I was not bitten quite badly. I was shot by a shotgun.
You were bitten and then shot with a shotgun
Yes.
on
The
opposite
bite,
shoulders.
the bite did very little damage, but the shotgun cared not for my leather armor.
As shotguns do.
Generally.
So,
So-
give me just a...
Yeah, go ahead. So, right. So, basically, the things had not been going well for our valiant heroes. But luckily, after that initial burst of intense violence, things kind of settled down a little bit more. No hordes came in knocking, and Murphy O'Brien. So yeah, Mr. O'Brien did not die, but fortunately, after that initial giant, crazy, burst of violent action, things have largely calmed down, and no hordes came over sorry, the gunshots did not lure a horde. However, you have lost some ammunition. Belial, Priscilla has lost a single bullet.
I'm
I
aware.
lost 2.
What was it?
I lost 2 last session.
You lost 2, and Murphy, one of your bolts was hit with a shotgun shell blast and is unrecoverable.
Yes. Okay.
That day.
So that leaves me with 9 crossbow bolts.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So
You can always just make new ones.
I can. I do have woodworking. But they will not be steel tipped, largely.
What's the point, Graham?
Yeah.
we're going to say that about 2 days pass, and in that time, everyone can recover 4 hit points of health from the healing under the watchful eye of your faithful nurse and semi-professional, not doctor.
And Grandma.
Yeah.
And Grandma. Old Priscilla takes care of all you young whippersnappers who got bruised up in the fight.
Yeah.
Here's some chicken noodle soup, Romy.
Yes. Also, I should quickly point out for those of you who have noticed in the viewership at home, Blue's mic broke earlier. She's getting a new one. It'll unfortunately, come in a couple of days. It's not so bad, but it will be back to normal or better soon.
Well, that's good.
Anyway, so So yeah, you all recover 4 hit points over the next 2 days. You are now on day 8, and on the morning of day 8, 2 figures are seen walking down the road towards the cabin. Both of them
Making their way downtown,
Making
walking
their way-
fast. Faces passing, they're homebound.
That is correct. These two people do not have the lumbering gait of the 2 creatures, for lack of a better word, that attacked you earlier. Which the living one is still in the shed. You've not actually had the time to go out and deal with it, as Murphy, your arms have been a bit too hurt to really consider going and trying to perform delicate surgery.
Mm.
But you're feeling a bit better now.
Yes. Okay, so there's something weird going on with my character sheet, but okay.
Oh yes. Also, one other thing. Winter, I want you to roll me another Constitution test
Okay.
or physics test. Oh shit! That reminds me. Jared, I forgot to tell you this before, and this might affect things a little bit. For balancing reasons, we've broken dexterity into dex and agility, and merged Constitution and strength into a single stat.
Okay.
This is partly to deal with Kit and his hockey problem.
Yes.
Hockey problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's a hockey problem?
Hockey problem is when a character who isn't even necessarily meant to be on balance ends up becoming so horrifyingly unbalanced that nothing stops them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
1d10 plus 3 is 8.
Okay. You've been actually you do not, you only recover 2 hit points, and you were actually feeling significantly worse than you were before.
Uh-oh.
Your physical body is recovering, but you've started to come down with a fever.
All right.
The rest of you are okay.
Oh, that's
It's
good.
okay, Romy. The those Spinnaker's disease will wash over in an instant.
And now you have seen the first half of the soundbite of the soundbite that is the Spinnaker joke.
Good old Spinnakers.
So, the 2 figures going on the pathway, by the way, are they walking together? Meyer and Jared?
Yes. I'd say
Ow.
so.
And
Are
Well,
they-
I mean, Vinny doesn't really know who the guy next to him is. He just knows that he's very tolerant of the fact that he's utterly hideous.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Why don't you describe each of you as you come into sight? First, Jared, you kind of arrive a little bit. You're a little ahead of your recently acquired companion. So,
All right.
as you approach the cabin, what do they see?
Well, the first thing they're going to really notice is that Vincent Largo, or Vinny, is a really large man. Black hair, slicked back, and that's all you can really see from that distance until he gets closer.
Okay.
And then you just see a mass of scar tissue on the left side of his face, with an eye patch over missing an eye. He's got a bit of a hobble, but seems to be walking fine. He looks like someone took a meat grinder and made it into a face.
Not even hit a face with it, just made it into a face.
Yeah.
He made it into a face.
Yeah, the mechanical machine of the meat grinder was made into a face.
Question, Duhad. How far along am I with that sweater?
Oh, you are like 2/3 of the
Oh,
way
yeah, you're
done.
done.
You're good. Yeah, you finished actually. Over 2 additional
Sweet.
days. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So at this point, I will. Do I notice them carrying anything?
Yes. The second figure comes into view, noticeably lagging behind the first due to the massive airline luggage that he's wheeling behind him. He's also a tall man, over 6 foot, bald head, looks to be Italian. His name is Marcus.
Ah, so both of you came from Little Italy town.
Little Italy town, yeah.
Yes.
Vinny, okay. So, James kind of peers out the window and says, "Oh, hey, they look alive."
Like, we can't trust that yet. We haven't seen the Zeds carrying anything yet. I'm gonna load my crossbow, but I'm not trusting it. Not until they talk.
I'm gonna go get some snacks.
Last thing you tried to feed snacks to tried to eat me.
Ansley!
Priscilla begins, putting assorted snacks on the plate to welcome the guests with.
James looks from the snacks that Priscilla is serving, then to Murphy, and he goes, maybe you should hold back and let someone not holding a weapon greet them. We wouldn't want to make the wrong impression if they're, human and armed.
Well, and again, I'm loading it. I'm not going to be pointing it at them until they snarl and try to chase me.
He looks over to Romney for help, but she's a bit kind of shivery and sick.
These are dangerous times. We have a wounded in the cabin, and if they are friendly, then it'll just be seen as a precaution.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna greet them first, or shall I?
I will.
Right.
I'm gonna sling the crossbow over my back and walk out,
All right.
giving a
Priscilla cuts
genuine
in front of
friendly
him.
looking.
So as you open the door, Priscilla just sort of dashes out in front. This old lady carrying a tray of pastries.
Young man!
Okay.
Hey, look, they got snacks.
Would you like some cookies?
Shrugging my shoulders. I'll come over.
Marcus strolls up and puts out his hand to shake yours, and with the other graciously accepts a cookie.
She shakes your hand, and only to leave a thing in your hand, which is the sweater. Oh, I was really looking forward to my grandson coming back.
Is somebody gonna explain what this is?
It's a sweater.
Well, I mean, it looks like a sweater.
Yeah.
Oh, those
Well-
chocolate chip?
Yes, and those are oatmeal, and those are macadamia.
Ugh, macadamia. Waste of good batter.
I love macadamia. I'm gonna eat a macadamia nut right now.
You're dead to me.
That wasn't even my character saying that. That was me in real life saying that.
You're
I
dead
like
to me.
I like the idea what's your name?
Marcus.
Marcus. That Marcus just in protest opens up a little packet of macadamia nuts and starts.
Yeah, starts munching away.
So hi guys. The cabin's open if you if you'd like to join us inside, it's a bit dangerous on the road.
This is the place I received the message from, correct?
Yeah. This is the place. He looks over to Vinny and says, "Did you also get the email?"
What? No. Come on. Only chumps have email.
Well, I mean, she got it by carrier pigeon somehow. I don't even think that was
What?
really a
No,
service.
Was that a
Oh,
was that a
Marcus here.
thunderclap I just heard?
It's looking a little stormy. Come on, let's get inside.
Yeah.
As James leads the way back inside the house, he kind of goes, don't worry about the lady. She's I don't think she's contagious.
The grandmother or the one in the bed?
The one in the bed covered in blankets.
You get bit or something?
There's a gigantic wad of bandages wrapped around her neck and upper shoulder.
Nah, it just looks like a sprain to me.
That's been some crazy dog.
It was. Okay, that's starting to get obnoxious.
Yeah, a little more
Sorry,
a little more
outside.
human talk.
Sorry.
But, it's okay. It's okay. All right, Graham.
Okay, he's like, what better was human-ish? Speaking of which, whatever happened to the lower half, the still active body of the other one?
It's probably still in the cabin. I mean, not the cabin. It's probably still out in the shed.
Alright. So, have you guys seen any,
Any
shamblers?
spinnakers?
I've
Sorry, what? One at a time. I'm here for business here.
I've encountered a few, but I just decided it would be better to go around them for the most part.
Really? I just saw a bunch of people in the street that wouldn't get out of the way of my truck.
Uh,
And then the truck got a flat tire and, well, just started walking.
James looks slightly aghast at you and the implication of your statement.
What? No, I was very clear with my horn that they should have gotten out of the way.
James looks even more horrified now that the implication has been made clear.
So, and he was like, well, we've got one in the shed in case you wanted to take a look.
You got somebody tied up in the shed,
No,
and you're
not
telling me
exactly.
that.
More dismembered.
You have a dismembered person in the shed, and you're telling me that. Man, you must not work for the Fed.
It's a long story. James looks over to Marcus and says, "You interested in seeing that? We actually, I don't know if you've had a chance to see any of them real up close and personal, but
Marcus just sort of narrows his eyes and says, "Nah, I've had my fill of morbid curiosity for one lifetime."
yeah, don't blame you.
Well,
Yeah.
Are you still holding the sweater, by the way?
No, I just slung it over a chair.
uh,
All right, so who wants to go into the
sweater.
shed? Oh yeah, you pick up the sweater.
Yes.
It is it's a little large for you, but it is fitting.
Just like Grandma used to make.
yep. So I'm gonna head out to the shed
Okay.
with the crossbow.
All right, who goes with Murphy to the shed?
Well, I haven't gotten my fill of that morbid curiosity. So I'll head out.
Anyone else?
I can't get out of bed. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I haven't been able to take care of it since, well, let's just say, since I ended up getting attacked and shot, but now it's been a couple days. I'm healed up. I'm healing up pretty nice, so figured.
Last time I looked, those things couldn't use weapons. Who the hell shot you? They still around?
James slides the shotgun behind the cabinet.
Let's just say they were trying to protect me, but their aim was a little off.
Yeah, I had a cousin with that problem once.
That and the shells were
Oh
the
God!
wrong size for the gun, and well, there's a bit
I'd
of
like
a
to ask
jiggle.
that person how that even went off.
So would I. But anyway, so I'm gonna head out to the shed at this point.
All right. So as you guys head out to the shed, Priscilla, you notice that Rami has been looking increasingly unhealthy. Do you have any medical skills?
Yes.
All right. Can you making me a medicine or first aid roll, and let me know which it is. Hey, shush! God.
It's a first aid roll, by the way.
What was that?
Wild dog attacks.
Ah! All right.
Intelligence, right?
Yeah, intelligence. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Dog. Dog, I will murder you.
This is
Okay.
a great episode already.
James has to deal with
Wow.
the wild dog that is attacking the cabin now.
See, I told you it looked like a dog bite. I mean,
Okay.
My total was 11.
Oh, total was 11? Okay. Kind of poking around the wound, you see that it does appear to be, that some of the flesh around it appears to be turning kind of an off color. And from your experience, you would say that, from your medical training, you'd say that this is definitely the signs of infection. It does not, it isn't like standing out to you in a sort of like, crazy, what the hell, like big black lines kind of way. But it does not look good.
Well, it looks like we're going to use some traditional treatments. I'm going to get the boiling water.
What?
Marcus, you're still in the building, right? Hello?
Sorry, I had an issue with the mic. Yes, I am.
Are you going to help Priscilla? She's boiling up some water to use on the neck wound.
Yeah, I guess I could lend a hand.
Oh God, I'm glad my character's not in the room for this.
So Priscilla boils up the water, and she and Marcus bring us back to Rami. Rami, you're having your voice is kind of hoarse, but you do have the ability to speak, and you do see this coming. What would you like to say?
What are you doing? That's gonna hurt a lot.
Well, sometimes you need to break some eggs to make an omelet.
Okay, I want you
Marcus.
oh
Marcus
no.
just
I want my neck to be an omelet.
Marcus just holds her hand and says, "Listen here. I'm no doctor, but I am here for discretion and accountability. So, yeah."
Romy just cradles her hands around your arm.
This isn't gonna be good.
It'll be fine. It'll
Priscilla,
be fine.
you know
Yeah.
that you're going to need some sort of cleansing agent. You do still have some alcohol as well, if you prefer to use that to the...
Oh God, no.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Just like the war.
I'd take the alcohol myself over the boiling water.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, first we're going to pour a little bit of this on there, and then we're going to pour some alcohol.
All right, roll me a quick dex, just simple dex.
Dex roll, eh?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I got a 7.
Oopsies! So as you go to pour a little bit on her neck, you actually kind of splash it down, and about a cup of boiling water splashes onto your face. Robbie.
Is there a scream from this?
Yes.
Likely.
Also, you take 1 point of damage. Luckily, apparently, most of it just sort of like splashed to the side, but your cheek burns as steaming water splashes all over it.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Is the scream
Romy will
here
scream.
heard?
Yes.
Actually, after the massive neck wound, it's kind of a hoarse, like kind of sound rather than an actual scream.
But is it heard outside?
Roll me perception. Plus notice.
Which means that's at a -2. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh lord. D10, right?
Yeah, it's a D10.
Well, at least that
Okay.
bacteria is dead.
I'm so glad I made a backup character in case I just die immediately.
Well, I mean, it's an old lady teetering a pot of boiling water just over your face, so really nothing could go wrong.
Clearly.
So
Okay. You hear this. Vinny, you hear this gargled scream.
hope the granny's alright.
Okay, I got a total of 7.
Okay. Man, those frogs are really loud today. Oh well.
So I'm like, why are there frogs in the cabin?
Well, it's probably nothing. James unlocks the shed door as inside the cabin, Priscilla goes back for the alcohol.
Yeah.
Romy just starts whimpering.
So, you open up the door to the shed, and inside, the smell of rot and blood is strong, and the scraping sound of the thing inside that had once been a woman, is really quite alarming. All of you roll me a fear test. There's no serious repercussions if you fail this one, but just roll me a fear test.
I'm having flashbacks to FOE episode 2 with all this rotting flesh and blood in a shed.
Sounds like if you
And that's a willpower test.
that's a willpower test.
All right, I got a 9.
Okay, you're
Let's
fine.
go for 11.
You're fine. And Jimmy, he's looking a little green, but he's fine. So yeah, as you kind of get inside the shed a little bit, it is not pleasant. The place is it's a little bit later in the year now, so it's not terribly hot, and the bodies haven't really started to rot properly, but it is unpleasant as hell. And the thing on the floor has been kind of scrabbling around. It's too badly damaged to actually accomplish anything, but it has knocked a lot of things over in its attempts to just sort of, get out again.
Okay. I'm going to put an arrow into its lung.
Okay, roll it.
And that's a dexterity.
Plus your weapon, yes.
Yeah. So that's +6, so a 13.
Okay. You peg it once in the lung. It lets out a gurgling, like sound, but doesn't actually seem all that affected.
So my synopsis seems off.
But you think the brain was going to, fail, but the lung would work?
Well, see, the one thing that seems to be regular is their breathing. There's no heart pumping. There's nothing else. So the one thing that seems to be working was their lungs. So I figured if I perforated it, it might let out its infection. Oh well. I'm going to load up again and spinal cord shot.
Okay.
Doc, before you shoot it again, you gotta remember that Guys can survive with, one lung, a hole punched in it.
That's true. So go for the second one, you're saying?
Why not?
Alright.
Shoot it again. It ain't dead yet.
Yep. 12 this time.
Okay, still good enough. You shoot in the other lung. It lets out another gurgling, rasping sound, but continues going. Seemingly still largely unperturbed.
Huh.
You also notice that even with both lungs perforated, it is still breathing, though in kind of a odd, hard-sounding way as, each gas half inflates a punctured lung, these sets of punctured lungs.
Alright. This time I'm going for the spinal cord.
All right, yeah. James kind of turns away. He's looking greener than ever.
Yeah. With that one, I got a 15.
Okay, its spinal cord appears to be ruptured. Its body twitches a bit, and for a moment it actually seems to slow down, and then it goes right back to struggling about.
Well, stomach.
By the way, you have 3 quarrels left without having to go and retrieve them.
Yeah, going for the solar plexus. 18.
18 to the solar plexus. Yeah, you strike it right in the solar. Hold on, let me just look at a picture of the human anatomy real fast so I can update myself on exactly what you're hitting.
It's the muscle that makes the lungs expand and collapse.
Ah, okay, yeah. Yes, you hit it, and this time the breathing actually seems to almost die off. You can very faintly hear the sound of air slowly coming in, coming out, but basically all of that has ceased, and yet it is still struggling about. The thing is looking a little bit like a pincushion at this point, but
Well, I've struck the major areas that James would have hit when it hit the other one in the back with.
James is going to take an intelligence roll with this one. See if he can. Nope. I don't know.
I think it's about time we autopsied the other.
Okay. What about that one? We kind of tossed them both in together. You think it's safe to just pull it out?
I mean, it's not moving around.
It's moving around, but it's not being very effective.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get closer to it than I need to.
Sorry, what's your name again?
Vinny.
What is that?
Vinny.
Vinny. You any good with a bat?
Well, I mean, it's been a while since I played some baseball, but
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up one of the logs that I got that I haven't been able to work with yet and hand it to him. If it starts coming towards us, knock it on its posterior.
right.
Yeah.
James kind of points to this, like, I don't think it's moving that much. Maybe just kind of poke it and hold it down while we pull the other body out.
That works too.
So as that delicate operation continues, back inside the house, Priscilla has got a bottle of alcohol and is looming over Rami.
Don't worry, the hardest part is over.
Maybe I should try and.
Who's the one with the medical skills here?
Well, it might not be that. I mean, you did just pour
Me.
boiling water on her face a little bit. That wasn't really a medical procedure.
Oh, fine.
All right.
Roll me a
actually-
simple
yeah.
dex roll as you to pour the alcohol on there.
All right.
It's just the dice doubled plus a d10.
Okay, that's 11.
Okay. So much more carefully than the old lady, you were able to, pour a bit of alcohol, like reasonably high proof alcohol into the wounded area. Rami, this is unspeakably painful. Basically, a decent section of your neck has been laid open and is now having burning, alcoholic drink poured into it.
He's screaming loudly and kicking. I would
I'd
try
like
to
to-
impersonate it, but I would not want to kill my voice and this chat.
I'd like to quickly try and hold her down so she doesn't hurt herself.
Okay. You roll me a strength double check. Rami,
Physical?
roll me physical. Rami, you roll me an equal strength, not physical, not double check, and Priscilla, roll me a medicine check because you're going to try and rebandage the wounds.
8.
I got a 12.
Okay, you hold her down successfully.
Oh, sorry, I got 11, sorry. But yes,
Right.
can't do that basic math.
Lil?
Do I roll?
Medicine plus perception. Plus intelligence.
Coolio.
In DDO.
I rolled a 1.
Oh dear!
God.
That's not
This
the
seems
total,
very
but
much
that's a
like
1.
the exact thing you should do.
Roll the one
Um,
again.
I got a 3.
Okay, yeah, Graham.
I got a 10
that's
for
not
my
the total.
notice this time.
No.
I have 5 intelligence and 3 first aid, so
Okay,
plus
so
8.
so it's not. So basically, you are skilled enough that this isn't actually a horrible failure, but you kind of wrap up. Shush, Tilly. But you kind of wrap up the wound a bit badly. It's not a horrifying disaster, but Winter, you lose 2 hit points from the various medications you've been administered, and you don't recover any from Priscilla's work in trying to bandage you up. But you don't. You're not in any worse.
I've been
shape
getting
for
just terrible rolls this entire time.
it. True, but the fact that you're as skilled as you are means that it's been pretty okay.
They're not
Right.
horrible.
Yeah.
If you were just some senile old lady, you would have killed her by now, probably.
Now time for the surgery. Stab.
I'll make
I've
you some
seen
tea. It
this
just
on my
spills.
soap operas.
Yeah, so your skills did come in handy here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rami, you've been bandaged up, and at least as far as Priscilla knows, this should probably take care of the worst of the infection.
Rami's just gonna cry for a little bit.
So, Marcus, you see that appears that the woman who you've been helping to treat is just in unspeakable
In a dire
agony.
state.
Yeah, and is in terrible shape. You haven't really been given a full explanation of what happened. Priscilla might be the type of person to ask about that.
So what exactly happened with the bite? Did the things come here, or?
Oh well, one of those spinnakers bit into her neck, and then got shot by that nice young man. What's his name again? Who's Graham's character again?
That was Murphy.
Oh, Murphy.
All right. That's the short one, right? The little guy.
Yeah.
So, is that the first time you've seen him around here? The things, I mean.
This was the first time you actually saw one.
Oh yes.
Well,
Well, not spinnakers, but at least this kind of spinnaker from this area.
okay. Marcus just sort of gives up.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick 5-minute break here and reconvene for the autopsy.
Smokes and drinks and merriment.
Smoke, drinks, merriment. We'll catch you guys in just a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.